Hey everyone, it's Precious Pioneer, and today we're going to be talking about food waste. As we know, food waste is actually a huge problem in the US. 40% of groceries are actually wasted or thrown away out of the amount that we do produce, and that's $165 billion in food waste each year, 20 pounds per each individual. And so that leads to a lot of the sustainability and contributes to our global agricultural problem. And so today we're going to be talking about 5 tips to reduce your food waste and save you more money. So tip number 1 is to ignore your expiration dates. Expiration dates were actually designed for the actual grocery store and the shops more so than the consumers, like that's us. So the reason why expirations exist is because when they get packages that come in every few days or weeks or however many they come, they need to know which is the old stuff to be able to put them in the back so we can grab the old stuff before putting the new stuff. So that's how they regulate their system and be able to put like the newer products behind the older products, so that way they don't rot or expire. But that's not really for us. So the thing is that when we buy an item and it has an expiration date on it, it's more so for the store rather than for us. So I would suggest smell testing or just trying it out, because usually unopened packages, especially non-perishable items or even dairy, sometimes dairy, it's a little bit iffy, can even go a couple days longer, or a lot of fruits and vegetables or things of that nature will have like a little expiration. If it looks fine and it smells fine, chances are it's really fine. You can tell when food has gone bad when it's a little bit rancid, or for meats it becomes slimy or things like that. But if you notice that things are starting to deteriorate in value, you can definitely stick them in the freezer and with an airtight wrapping, and usually it's able to last at least a few more months. Tip number 2 is to use all of your scraps. So that is your onion ends, your carrot butts, your corn on the cobs, your extra ends on your herbs, and literally you can use them for soups or stocks. All you have to do is throw them all into a pot with some simmering water. You can leave it there for like an hour. You can salt and season to taste, and it's really good. You can use it for a lot of your dishes and you save a lot of waste. Number 3 is to FIFO your fridge. FIFO means first in, first out. And I know that everybody can relate to this. It's when you bring home groceries and then suddenly when you're cleaning out your fridge, you throw out half your items because you've just forgot that they were there. So chicken is left to rot, or some of your vegetables or your fruit literally spoils because you forgot that they were even there in the first place. And so I would recommend when you come home with new groceries to bring all your old stuff to the front and all your new stuff to the back. That way you use accordingly. That way it doesn't spoil or go bad before you're able to eat them. Tip number 4 is for those with a little bit of extra yard space, someone with a backyard or something like that, and that would be to compost. Composting is really a great organic initiative where you can use a lot of your extra scraps, your coffee grinds, your egg shells, all kinds of organic matter where you can put it into a pile and it decomposes naturally, and you can actually use that as fertilizer for your garden if you have one, or even for your grass in your yard, things like that. It helps bring nutrients to the soil. A lot of farmers use it, but instead of throwing all of your food excess waste into a garbage can, into a plastic bag to go into a landfill, you can actually utilize those nutrients for a purpose. But if you do compost, I recommend looking up a tutorial online. I could offer you guys one on what to compost or not, or you can look it up because there are kind of rules for it. It has to be like fruits and vegetable pits and things like that, of that nature, leaves, sticks, things like that, because it can't be any meat products or it will attract a lot of bugs and like animals and things like that. So I would definitely look into that. And my last tip is tip number 5 is when you're out at restaurants. A lot of people don't know this, but you can actually ask for half of your portion of food, because I don't know like about me, but half of the people statistically actually throw out a lot of their restaurant leftovers. And so to reduce waste, you can just order half the amount or the portion that you're actually going to eat, especially if you know that that restaurant is notorious price for serving way too big of portions. You can ask for half, and that way you save money, and most restaurants are more than happy to reduce that cost for you. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a like, share it with a friend. If you want more videos like this, please leave a comment or something like that. But as always, live life with love and live food with life. Bye. See you guys next time.